Hello there. So in this video, we're going to have a look at the top 3, in my opinion, core exercises with a steel mace. Now, I'm not saying these will give you a six-pack, okay? If you want to have that definition, those prominent lumps in your stomach that give you that sort of six-pack and those lines, that's all done in the kitchen, okay? This is going to be strength. This is going to be adding resilience to your core. What we're going to do is we're going to cover some of those core exercises a bit more specific to a steel mace, okay? There's plenty of core exercises that you could do with a mace that you could also do with a kettlebell. For example, let's take Captain Jack sit-ups, okay? We can quite simply do them with a mace. Simple enough, okay? Slight difference that it's unilateral because you've got the weight on one side, but we can always do it on the other side. There's not a huge amount of difference between a mace, Captain Jack, and then a kettlebell, Captain Jack. They're the same thing. You can do it with a barbell, you can do it with a dumbbell, you could do it body weight. It's very, very similar. So I want to work with you 3 of my favorite steel mace core exercises. In no particular order, we're going to work through them. One of them is going to be the canoe paddles. So I have got a little quick reminder video about the canoe paddles and the different variations, but we're just going to go through it again here. So, for the canoe paddle, you'd sit down, take a downward thumb grip, lean back slightly, and as if though you're sitting in a canoe or a kayak, you're going to imagine your mace is a paddle, the head is actually going to dunk in the water. You go past the knee and pull, past the knee and pull. Quick change of hands, past the knee and pull, past the knee and pull. You can make it harder by leaning further back. And you can lift your feet off the floor to make it harder still, bringing in that stability. Now, like a V-sit, like anything else, it's going to be engaging the core. It's going to be compressing those muscles to get you there. However, with the mace, it adds in that instability, even more instability. It's trying to pull you down to one side, and you've got to resist that pull by coming back over. And likewise, the reach forward and back shifts your center of gravity ever so slightly, just creating that extra bit of instability, that extra little bit of movement. The bonus of the steel mace version is whilst we're working the core, we're also working the shoulders as well, holding those hands out, working the delts as the mace travels forward. It's a great little exercise on its own. I haven't really used it in a flow yet. However, with Mace Complex's HIIT training, we do canoe paddles in our classes. My next favorite core exercise, oddly enough, is actually the uppercut, specifically an uppercut with a step, okay? You might think, well, that's just shoulders and bicep. Actually, if you do it properly and get the hip movement right, you really have to work on that rotational strength on the core. So we'd stand, square stance, inward thumb grip, paddle position. You'd step with lead leg forward, and we perform an uppercut, okay? Now, from here, you'll notice that my torso twists. So stand face on. If I uppercut and try not to twist my hips, it's pretty hard not to. Step and cut forward. There's not a lot of movement there, and you can see my actual uppercut's quite compromised. My forward arm hasn't got that 90-degree upward momentum. My back arm is kind of by my ear, and it's just a bit awkward and tricky. So if you are also someone that happens to be finding your uppercuts out here, you're probably because you're not twisting your chest enough. So to get from that awkward position, what we have to do is twist the core around. We have to rotate the chest about the hips. And for that kind of boxing element, if you really push the pelvis over, you're going to get that extra twist, that extra tension in the obliques and the abdominals to twist the chest round, and there I can really feel that stretching all down contracting all down one side. And like the canoe paddles, there's a bonus benefit here. As we do the uppercut, we're working the bicep. If you're bringing the mace up nice and high, the opposite hand over the ear, you're going to be working your scapula, your shoulder blades, rhomboids, and if we can really get that twist involved, your calves are getting involved, your hamstrings are getting involved, the glutes are getting involved. It's a very nearly total body exercise. And if we focus on the crunch and the squeeze and the twist, we can really get some nice connection with the core and the obliques. Similar to the uppercut, I also like the whirlwinds, okay? Now, you probably will have seen on social media people doing these kettlebell orbit type things. And yeah, sure, the principle's there, that you try and keep the core straight and there's some weight, some resistance pulling over to one side, and we're trying to get that static strength, so to speak. And sure, that's okay. I've tried it, can't really feel anything. I'd much prefer a plank if I was going to do that sort of thing. Now the whirlwind takes that principle and amps it up to the point you can actually feel it, okay? So we'd start with an upward thumb grip. You can do this with an inward thumb grip, it's a little bit of preference. Square stance and soften the knees down, so we need to absorb this. Start with the mace down by one side. Oh yeah, I have got another video for this as well, if you want to break it down individually, so we're going to quickly go over it. We launch the mace out to the side, bring it round the head, and catch on the other side. Now, when the mace is swinging out round, you've got that, somebody correct me on this, is it centripetal or centrifugal force? And that force is really trying to drag you out, pull you out of alignment. And your task with your core is to resist that, to fight that. As it's going around, you're holding your core tight to come around and release, let go and catch. Now it's also one of the things that you don't have to concentrate on your core for, because the sheer fact that you stood on one spot means your core has to be engaged. It will work, so you can concentrate on launching that mace nice and hard. Your core will be working, which is a nice, beautiful benefit. And like all my other exercises with the steel mace I've just been through, you're working so much more. We're going up, we're working the shoulders, we're coming round into that mobility. The knees and the hips are going to have to sort of absorb some of that energy, really building that resistance, that what you could, all exercises are functional, before anybody gets on at me about this, but it brings in that functional element, that what if something just suddenly jerks, suddenly move, your child falls over, you've got to suddenly catch them. That rotational strength and resistance, it's all there, and it's all done with the steel mace. Give those a go, smash them in your workout, stick them in your flows, and let me know if you're feeling it in your core or not. Things like the uppercut, you've got to concentrate on it a little bit. Things like the whirlwinds, you don't. But other things are going to feel more tired, so you might not feel it, but it is working. Have fun with those. I'll see you soon.